Hey Penguin Buddy, I think we should get a new background on this podcast. Let's try this. Blue Moon. It's nice, but maybe a bit too relaxing for the show. What's next? Now that's better. The all-new course Mystic Ruins. Let's start the new intro.
Ready?
Hello everybody, welcome to Papel Podcast. Today I have with me a few guests. I have Hachi, of course, say hi.
Hi.
And I have Ranu.
Hi!
And we also have Sean.
Hi.
So today we'll be discussing lots of things about Pangya Global and just Pangya kind of in general, because it has been about 2 months since we did a podcast and we've got a lot to catch up on because lots of bad things and some good things have happened too. So where should we start?
I guess we should start with the whole server problems, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, so I'm sure you guys know by now, but Pangya Global has been really going downhill in a way. We've had a lot of connection issues, especially lately, and they've apparently called their IT team and tried to fix it, but I mean, it really doesn't seem like it's gonna be fixed anytime soon. And along with this, we haven't had any updates since what, May this year? It's been a while.
Yeah, I
and
think it was like April 27th.
yeah,
To be exact.
and it's just a real issue. I mean, firstly, we don't get updates because of complications with Pangya Korea closing down and Japan being the new source code owner. And then on top of that, our server can't even run stably anymore. Like, people can't log in. It's just, I mean, if you've even logged into the forums in the last few weeks, you can see how frustrated the community is. And I mean, at least people are actually wording their opinions now, and the forums were dead before. So even if it is outrage, it's at least something, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen the forums blow up like this in a long time.
Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. And I mean, what's your opinion on this, Hachi?
It just goes to show you that, like, even though they're not playing, they're still watching, and even if they're not replying, you know, they are more interested than you think they are at the moment, because why would they reply so fast to the blow up in the forums?
Well, a GM actually replied the other day, but it was the other GM.
I know, like, Melody said that there was only one GM, but
Yeah.
now a new one emerged, so, like, what's...
Well,
who
that
is this?
one, he's actually from the Crossfire forums. I went on there the other day and I saw him, and he's very active over there, constantly giving patch updates and previews and all that. And now I guess he's with us, or giving a hand to us or something with the server issues. I'm not sure what's happening, but his GM Catfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
If
It was
the company's that small, wow.
It wouldn't surprise me. Like, I don't know what's going on with their company, but there's a lot of sketchy things happening. Like, everything I find out about SG West is really, really weird. Do you think there would be any way that they could fix the situation right now?
I believe that they could. They're just not really doing anything about it right now. Otherwise, I already mentioned it before, but like, if they really care about what was going on, they would shut down the server well before this got out of hand.
Yeah.
And fixed it enough until they could get to the next maintenance at least. But they're not even doing that.
Well, that's the thing. Like, people already on the forums are now saying how maybe this is a strategical move to quietly shut down the server with, like, you know, a valid excuse, without it just being like, oh no, we're just dropping support for no reason. They're actually just going to say like, oh, it's like they're just going to make people quit. And I don't personally know how much I believe that, but I mean, what's your opinion on that?
I must say that if they even tried that, I'm not sure about Canada's legal issues that would have over in corporations there. But if they ever did that in the US, they'd be in some trouble.
They would be investigated, like...
Terms of service or not, they'd probably have something like the Free Trade Commission on their hands.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of
Or
weird
Federal
things
Trade
happening.
Commission, I'm sorry.
And it's like, okay, the current bug is really weird too, because I tried logging in the other day. It took me, first of all, literally 5 times until I could log in, and once I would log in, it took about 10 minutes to load up the actual servers, so that I could select them, and once I did, a bunch of error messages popped up, and then I could get in. It was just so strange, like I've never even seen that on Pangya. It makes me think, like, how did they encounter this issue? Like, it would have been something they've done on their end, and since no other server, like, they don't have the Korean developers anymore to help them fix their bugs or, you know, anything like that. They have to rely on, apparently, quote unquote IT teams, which apparently are trying to fix the issue. But like, it's just so strange. Why did this even happen in the first place? And Ranu actually pointed out that maybe it could have been after was it the Grand Prix? No,
That was
Grand
after
Zodiac.
The Grand Zodiac.
Yeah.
Basically, the Grand Zodiac event was being placed as a surprise for everybody. But as I've said in the video with Hachi, during the time we were playing it, there was a bit of lag and some frame issues for me, but at the same time, it crashed at the very end during the results screen when I X'd out of it.
Yeah. No, that's not good. Did it crash for everyone?
I don't think it did.
didn't for
no,
me.
no. Not for him, but it just began to do some errors for a select few at first, and then the maintenance came, and all of a sudden, so many people after the maintenance couldn't even log in. There are these errors all over the place, including translation errors and please make your nickname errors.
Yeah.
It's like the whole database got screwed.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Like, people have been apparently encountering an error where they try to log in so many times, and then once they do log in, it shows them the first screen you see when you make a new account, where it says like, make your username and stuff. And apparently one person went through with this and their account got reset. They lost everything. It's a new account now. So like, that's a huge issue. That's a terrible
What's going on with
issue. And I don't know what causes that. Like, how can you screw up your server?
the only thing that can cause that is like a database error.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you know anything about the OSI model, because like maybe you can like pinpoint where it's come from. Could be from the physical layer, could be from like the networking.
Well,
I mean, what's your opinion?
So far, it seems like it's from the login side, but at the same time, it's not registering, and I mean it. It seems like it's not specifically registering a lot of the characters on the database.
Yeah. My personal opinion is I think they tried to do something because, you know, we haven't had updates with new content, like, as we said, like, for half a year. I think some of the GM, maybe GM Melody or whatever it is, tried to either create or, like, add in or change or recycle some sort of content to put in the game. Something's gone wrong along the lines, and they've screwed up the source code, and that would explain why there's so many in-game errors. If this was just a server connection issue, or like, you know, as people point out on the forums, they're saying it's a DDoS attack or whatever in America.
Yeah, I don't see that.
First of all, that's wrong anyway, because this happened well before those attacks ever happened, regardless. So, like, that wouldn't make sense if it was that. And if they ever try to blame it on that, I really call bull, because that's just not what the case is. I think that they tried to do something. They tried to make new content and add it in, or they tried to, like, maybe fix a bug and it just didn't quite go right, and they've screwed up something that's in the source code. I I really don't know how they can fix that without. I mean, these people don't have programming knowledge. We know that for sure. The GM Melody has no programming knowledge, from what we've heard, at least. And if she's the only GM there, if she's the only person who's running Pangya, then our only hope is Pangya's IT team, or not even Pangya's IT team, it's just Smilegate West IT team. And I mean, an IT team isn't the fix. That's not what you do when your game is broken. Like, you have a programmer who locates what the problem is and fixes it from the code. Like, it's really a mess. And like, you know, it's just with no updates was hard enough. Now we can't even play the game, and we're getting all these issues. People are losing their accounts. Some people are logging in and noticing that they've just suddenly got like 5 times the amount of pang.
Yeah,
which is really weird.
That's something really weird.
Like, that's why I think it has to do with something. Like, I mean, okay, if it's an issue with pang, and all those type of records would usually get stored on the server, right?
Yeah.
So it would have to
SQL
be a
server.
server-side issue then, I would guess.
The pang, the character data, the item data, all of it would be stored on the server database.
Yeah, and
When it comes,
that's one
Sorry.
thing. Like, I was, when Albatross 18 shut down, they had to transfer all that data to global. It's just a really unfortunate situation, and I mean, my opinion on global lately has been very negative for good reason, and it just, the contrast between global and even Thailand. Okay, people say global's bad because we don't have new content, right? Because Japan is the source code owner now. They're making new content. I mean, the Halloween event right now, they've got like new outfits and all this fun event stuff, and it's really good and really awesome to play over there. But Thailand is in the same situation as us. They don't have the rights, and for whatever reason, Japan and GMO doesn't want to give any other server their content. So what every other server, in other words, Thailand and Global, is forced to do is recycle content. But Global isn't even recycling content because they only have one GM, which is GM Melody, and GM Melody doesn't know how to program. She doesn't know how to do anything but like
we
host
don't
GM
even know
events.
if she's even in the same country as the company itself.
Yeah, well,
you know?
the thing is, like, their moderators, moderator,
Twins like Noobcat?
yeah, Noobcat, hasn't she said multiple times what country she's in? I forget what it is. It's like, is that a place
I've
in
never seen.
Europe? It seems like they're all dispersed in really strange locations, and I think Noobcat has said in the past that like Pangya is located in Europe, but that doesn't make sense because the other day I looked up where SG West is located, and it's in Canada. It's in Toronto. So,
it's in the same building as an Ivani, which is an insurance company.
yeah. It's really strange, and like, that's the thing, there's no communication between the players and the people who run the game, as there should be, like, especially now with all that's happening. But I mean, my point was before that people keep saying that the issue with global is just that we're not getting updates. That's not the main issue, because Thailand is in the same position as us. They don't get new content, they don't get new updates, but what they do is they recycle content, and that's enough. They keep events going constantly, they still update every week, even if it's technically not new content, it's still old content that they're putting in the game again. And their community is growing very quickly, I've noticed. I mean, I remember when we were complaining not long ago that the only content update that Global was receiving was birthday Grand Prix. We don't even get that anymore.
Yeah.
We get nothing.
Nothing at all. You're right.
Yeah, the absolute most we're getting is daily bonus events, which, I mean, even those are recycled and they're terrible, and I guarantee would take like no effort.
They're
Seriously.
pointless.
They're pointless as well, And the other ones that we're getting is like buy points and you get like 30% more. Like, wow, why would we buy points if there's nothing to spend it on?
Yeah, and how can you buy points if you can't get in the game to begin with?
Well, exactly. It's just so sad.
Yeah.
And I guarantee they know that it's gonna close. It has to close at this point. If this server doesn't close in the next 6 months, then I mean that's kind of amazing in itself, because
I would be saying that would be putting it lightly. I would say
I'd
sooner
give
than
it
that,
3.
but
well, yeah, I give
Yeah.
it 6 months at the absolute most. Like I could see it closing tomorrow. Like really,
Yeah.
like I could really absolutely see it closing tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And I've passed it, like the first, when Korea was closing down, I was really scared that Global would too, and I was really upset and sad, but I'm past that now. I've gotten to a point where I'm just like, I don't care, because I would rather them close than be in the state that they are in now.
you've went through your 5 stages of grief and you've
I've
accepted it and
I've
moved
got to
on.
accept
Yeah.
it, yeah.
And
We
it might be a
both went
joke,
through
but
it.
it really is true. You've
Yeah.
went through it all, and now you're accepting that it will shut down eventually.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's something I didn't have with Albatross 18. They just popped up one day and bam, by the way, our server's closing, spend money on our other games. Like, that was really terrible, but at least this, I mean, everybody can see that it's either going to close or, like, I mean, in some ways, it will kind of be a positive because it could lead us to better things. I mean, if they don't have control of Pangya Global anymore, maybe someone else will pick it up, or maybe something else will happen because of it. I don't think it will just be done and like that's it, no more English online Pangya servers ever again. Like, even if a private server comes out, I guarantee that will be better managed. Like, something positive will come of it closing if it ever does sometime soon, in some sort of way.
Careful,
Yeah, I
they
don't-
might take this down.
We
Well,
can't post this on the forums apparently.
yeah.
Yeah,
just- I don't like saying it, but like at this point, it might be better if you just pull the plug. At least the game wouldn't be suffering then.
Yeah, that's what I
You know,
said.
you'd be harming the players in the long run, but like at this point, they should even know. It's like, you know what, this game's not playable. There's nothing new. The GMs aren't even giving us a timeline of what's going on, when it's going to happen, or anything like that. And at this point, I think everybody'd be pretty okay if, you know, you just let it go.
Yeah, let it go while it still
Yeah.
has some dignity left. Like, it's really sad to see. And, I mean, we still know for a fact that Pangya Mobile is going to come out this year in Korea, and in 2017 in the rest of the world. And, I mean, if that comes out next year for the US and Europe, for English countries, then that'll be great. Like, people would rather go there than go to a server that's broken and you get abused and the GMs don't care and don't reply to your one-to-one messages and it's just a mess. Like, at least Pangya Mobile looks like to be actual fun and it's actually being handled really well. Apart from their advertisements, like, they really haven't
Please let there
advertised
be a
that thing.
Please let there be a Steam port. Please let there be a Steam
Yes,
port.
yes,
Please let there
please,
be a Steam
please.
port.
Still don't know to this day why Pangya is not on Steam. They want more people to play, right? And they
I
want...
want the mobile version though.
I want the mobile version at the least, but like, why isn't Pangya already on Steam? It doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
That's the stupid thing.
If-
That was one of the stupid business decisions. Why didn't you put it on green light?
If indie developers, which don't even have like an office, can get their game onto a Steam thing, then why can't a company? This is their jobs. They should be doing better. Like, it just frustrates me so much when I think about that. Like, how they're actually getting paid to handle this server so poorly. It's really, really sad, and I don't even know what to say, like, with Pangya Global anymore. But I mean, on the plus side, I've been playing Japan since Korea closed, and I am having a blast with Japan. The other day, they just released for Halloween, we're getting the reskinned versions of the Halloween sets for Hannah R and Speaker, and they look really cool and new and awesome. And then on top of that, what was it? They made the R versions of Hannah R and Cecilia R's bunny sets that they had before, and they look really cool and really detailed, and they've actually added polygons, and like they look great. And I wish we had them over here, but that's fine, I guess, because we don't have anything over here. But yeah, I don't even know what I can contribute anymore to the discussion. Like, what do you guys think? What's your final verdict?
My final verdict would be that I spent like over 100 hours on that game, like literal real-time hours, and I've spent a lot of money, spent a lot of time, met a lot of great people, and had a lot of fun on there. But like, it's come down to the point where like I can't even log on no more. And I really haven't spent anything on there in months. Like, I still have $5 from something I can't even remember why I bought from back then. And it's just sitting there. It's like, I don't need it because I got everything. And I couldn't even use it anyways because I can't even get in there. And at this point, it's like, yeah, it would suck that all that time and money would be gone. But, like, it's over. Like, you have nowhere else to go unless you can transport this game to a different company tomorrow and guarantee me that this game will be fine in their hands. Just shut it down. Like, it would hurt, but I'll get over it, you know?
Yeah. I feel the same. Like, I mean, as you said, I don't even want to think about the amount of hours and time and money I put into this server. Like, I mean, that's the thing, like, too, because, like, if we say that type of stuff to GMs or moderators, they'll be like, yeah, but that's the kind of sacrifice that you're willing, like, when you buy points, that's kind of what you have to expect, that one day this game will close down, and you will always feel like that no matter, no matter what happens, because it will close down, it can't run forever. But, I mean, I've just been burnt so much by, we've been burnt so much by Albatross 18 shutting down when it did, and then we moved to here, and then just recently Korea shut down, which was like so hard to get through. Now the servers apparently might be closing down too. Like, it's just server after server after server, and then a license transfer, and it's just like there's so much going on behind the scenes that we don't know, and it seems like such a mess. And if there was just a bit more communication, I feel like we wouldn't feel as bad and as confused and as upset as we would than what it is now. Well, like, that's really all we can say about just Pangya in general right now. I'm sorry we didn't have a podcast like earlier. We've just had so much going on, and I have been active on Hachi's channel, and if you haven't already checked it out, you absolutely should, because Hachi, you're awesome, and Ranu is awesome on Hachi's channel too. And thank you all for being here, Ranu, Hachi, and Sean. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the discussion, and hopefully we'll see another podcast sometime soon. What are your final thoughts, guys?
Well, I don't have any other thoughts. All I can say is thank you for allowing me to be on this podcast, and thank you all for listening. I hope this cleared some of the air for you, and you have a good day.
No problem at all. Okay, thank you. Bye. Everybody say bye.
Bye. 안녕.
Bye.
Perfect.
Oof.